even walk after me. The girl was there, the lights were off, was playing music. It was really smelling like, I don't give a care. I walked out thinking my so-called boyfriend would be after me. Nah, he didn't walk after me. He didn't look for me. He didn't call me.
Take the whole Emmarose thing seriously. A lot of people in the house. I apologize if like I crossed the boundary that she felt like disrespected or anything.
When I mean flirting, could be him, saying some like inappropriate thing. A bad thing, Emmanuel.
So if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you back.
A round of applause for the nicest man in the universe currently. Oh my god. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be dicing the Emmarose sheep specifically. That's what I told you yesterday, and that was what yesterday night's reunion was all about. And so today's reunion, yesterday night's reunion was just revolved around Emmarose, all he did in the house and what's going on with them outside the house. So if you want to get the full gist, please do ensure to subscribe, like, and also watch this video to the end. Don't just stop here because there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about in today's video. So let's just get started.
Now, that's my comment. We will just be observing this sheep.
My favorite part of a reunion is when they play clips that are undeniable. And it's white money's side comments for me. Anyways, the reunion started with a clip of Angel and Emmanuel flirting in the Big Brother house previously, and the whole housemates watched it, and we wanted to know, Ebuka wanted to know why Angel was flirting with Emmanuel, knowing fully well that there was something serious going on between he and Liquorose. I mean, her flirting with other guys wasn't a problem because they didn't have anybody, or they weren't like committed to somebody in the house. They were just on serious ship. But then they had a potential ship, they had a potential relationship, and you continuously kept flirting with Emmanuel. And in Angel's defense, she's like, she didn't take Emmarose seriously because she didn't just think he was serious. She didn't think Emmanuel liked Liquorose genuinely, and that's not the only thing. He was continuously flirting with other girls in the house, not just her. He was flirting with other girls in the house, and Emmanuel cut her short and said, "See, what do you mean by flirting? What are you saying? Me flirting? Who was I flirting with?" Angel said he was not serious, and she apologized she said, "Oh, okay, yes, she should have respected the fact that he was with Liquorose and pushed him away." Well, every time, because she said that he was the one always coming to her, and she felt like she should have actually turned him down and said, "Go back to your babe," and all of that. But that was her mistake, and she apologized to Liquorose immediately. Now this GMK also spoke of the fact that we watched it, and so Emmanuel trying to play dumb and saying, "And what do you mean by when you say flirt? What do you mean? Excuse me, when a guy is flirting with you, don't you know? Do I have to start defining what flirt means? You should go and check Google and not ask any housemates what they mean by flirt." Anyways, according to JMK, Emmanuel was also flirting with her. He says all this inappropriate. When a guy is trying to like get your attention, like, "Fine girl, see your shape, I like this your body," making all these nasty comments continuously to her, and she felt like, she didn't take it as anything serious because she too also didn't take the Emmarose sheep seriously. Because for him to be saying all those things to other girls, you have a woman, you're not even respecting the fact that you have this person, and you're saying all those things to other girls. So she didn't really take him seriously. And then Sasuke, third person to show you that these girls are not lying. He said although she didn't take it seriously, but it was mostly sexual content. And JMK said inappropriate content. Could they have planned it? When somebody is saying something is inappropriate, it means it's definitely sexual, and it doesn't just sit right with the person. And you're saying I'm like, bro. So at this point now, you're saying these three ladies ganged up to come and say the same thing you were doing to them about you at the reunion. So there's obviously a truth to it that he was actually flirting with these girls, and he was trying to deny the fact that he was flirting with them, asking them, "And when you say flirting, what do you mean by flirting?" And in his defense, he was on his own, and if you're nice to him, he would be nice to you too. I'm like, Oga Bros, Emmanuel, please, there's a difference between being nice to somebody and flirting with somebody. And then thank God for Ebuka. Ebuka brought in Jackie B. Said, you are friends with Jackie B, Abi. You are nice to Jackie B, Abi. But Jackie B did never open her mouth to say you were flirting with her. So she understands that you were nice to her. But these people are saying you flirted with them. You were flirting with them. Is there anything like flirted? Sorry. These people continuously said that you were flirting with them. So they know the difference between being nice to somebody and flirting. So your concept of being nice here does not stand in. You did flirt with these girls. Own up to it and stop giving us terms to cover up what you did. Anyways, let's move on to what Liquorose had to say.
I drew my attention to it. Maria drew my attention to it, like, oh, Emmanuel's flirting. He to me and said GMK and some other people said he was boring. So I was like, hey, go and talk to them. Talk to other people, go and vibe with them. I didn't say go and walk into them having the shower. I think Angel was there, GMK, I can't remember what they.
So while Liquor was telling us what she thinks and her side of the story, she made some revelations that even strengthened my point that Emmanuel never liked Liquorose. And honestly, I would stand with the fact that he used her to play his game, really. But that's my opinion, no. Anything you think, but that's what I think. Now, according to Liquorose, she admits that, see, I fell for this guy even when I wasn't supposed to. I liked him. I gave him my all. I loved this boy in the house. Even when Pere, countless times in the house, White Money tried to tell her. White Money, although really liked the shit, but he just told her that don't give your all into this thing. Just be careful so that you don't end up getting hurt. White Money does not gossip. He will just tell you, like, he would code it in a way that you should understand. Pere came to Liquorose too. I remember that time too. I was thinking that Pere was just an hater. Maybe he was just trying to poison Liquorose's mind. But Pere knew what he saw and what he heard. He said continuously to Liquorose, Emmanuel is a flirt. He's flirting with other girls. Maria also told Liquorose once or twice in the house that Emmanuel is flirting with other girls. And she was like, she will not believe until she sees it with her own eyes. And then there was an issue. Remember the night that Beatrice and Angel, they were gossiping, that caused fight the next morning, that Liquorose and Maria had issues with them because Liquorose, they didn't know that Liquorose was awake. She heard everything they said, and when she heard them talk about Maria, she went to tell Maria and all of that caused fight the next morning. I don't know if you guys can remember that day, but you know, Angel mentioned to Beatrice that Emmanuel flirts with me, and Liquorose heard it. And she was like, it was from that day that she was like, could what these people be saying be true? Ebuka also said it during the live show about, he said something like, Emmanuel is not stable. What was he doing? Or something like that. And then she said, okay, let's see. What's this guy doing that's making people say this? It's like you're doing something, you're telling them something that he's making them say that you're flirting or you're using me or you're not genuinely into this relationship. Because she said all through in the house she never saw him flirting with other girls, but she was just hearing it and she knew that either it's from him, like something is wrong. Are you the one telling them that you are flirting, that you don't like me, or are you, because why are people saying this thing? Not one person, not two people, more than one person. And then she said that one time she walked in to Emmanuel in the shower, naked, of course, with Angel, JMK, Cross, and she said one other person that she cannot actually remember. And she was like, why? Why are you doing this? And she was upset. I'm like, okay, you're upset. You see this thing, but you still continue. And she said the only reason why she continued with Emmanuel was because, you know, at a point she was complaining. She would go to him. I remember that time in the house, so that would be like, this girl, leave this boy alone. Stop forcing yourself on me. I remember those times. She'll be telling him, I heard this today. I don't like it. I heard that today. I don't like it. He said that, no, don't worry. I genuinely. And so one day at the party, they were dancing. He said that he doesn't want her to dance with other guys. He also told her that he loves her. And you know, girls, now when you've been liking somebody, although you're having your doubts, you like somebody, you know it in your heart, I like this person, you're just waiting for him to just ask you out, that's all, and you are in. You already know that you like this person, you like this person, and then the person now confesses love and says, I love you first. automatically your heart is already sold out. And so she felt so, oh my God, he reassured her with everything you've been hearing. He gave her his word. I love you and I want to do this. And she said, oh, okay. And then every other thing that she had said left her head, or she just said, oh, all these people are just haters in her head. And she fell for it and they moved on. Things were going swiftly and nice for her. And that's just it about in the house. And so after they left the house,
he went on a lunch date with Saskia. She called it a date. I'm like, it wasn't a date.
That's cool. So no, we're not friends with enemies. So him not coming was not a surprise to me or anything.
Did you invite him? You didn't?
Yeah, I did.
So first question that popped up, Emmanuel, were you actually really using Liquorose? And was it true when people were saying you weren't giving your all? Like, did you actually use her? And like, was it actually true? What was your reaction? What do you think about that? And he's like, oh, I genuinely did not use her. Why would I do that to someone? But then when people said I wasn't giving him my all, they were correct, because I was trying to hold back. You told someone you love them and you're trying to hold back. Hold back what? When you're not ready to love, why did you tell them you love? And because like when you know you're not ready to love up fully, why did you say you are ready to love? He said, oh, she told him her story, which really hurt him, and he didn't want to hurt her. So I'm like, so because of she told you a story where somebody hurt her and you chose to do the same thing, like you didn't want to hurt her, that's why you stayed, or what? You could have just left the earlier. Like you could have, if you did not want to use the babe, you would have said you're not interested, but you stayed because you know the benefits you were going to get from it. Let's be real and let's be realistic. You said you agree that you weren't giving your all, which means you did it purposefully. It's intentional, and you said it. You didn't give in your all. You agreed. And you said you were trying to hold back. Hold back from what? And she told you a story that she was hurt, and so you didn't want to hurt her. I mean, what did you end up doing? You even did worse. You hurt her and you embarrassed her and you made her seem like a fool. Anyways, that was the first question. The way he answered it was just really stupid, because yes, you didn't give it your all. People were right about that, and the fact that you used that, yes, they were actually right. You don't just want to admit it till date. Let's even leave that aside. So everybody noticed that Liquorose had a birthday party. That was where everybody even knew that the sheep don't scatter. Liquorose had a birthday party. Emmanuel was absent. He did his own birthday. I think she didn't post, and people were like, what's happening? Is the sheep still alive? Is he still safe? And that's where people were, asking questions. And so they gave us what exactly happened. So before Licorose's birthday, they already had a huge argument. And Ebuka said, when did it all start? When did the we're not speaking to each other, we're just friends, start from? And he asked Emmanuel. Emmanuel said he doesn't know. He just noticed that she stopped taking his calls and and asked Liquorose, is that true? Liquorose said no, that's not what happened. That's not what led them to the point where they were. And Emmanuel said, he just noticed that on the day of his lunch, he invited her and she didn't respond. And then he posted on the group chat and she responded to it, congratulations. And it's like, have we now turned to that type of but those type of people that don't talk personally and then in public they're talking, like, what does that mean? And he said one time too, he went out with Saskia and she complained that, so you went on a lunch date with Saskia. And it's like, it's not a lunch date. We just went out. So someone that, like, it was obvious, she watched clips where you were flirting with the girl in the house. You now went out with that girl outside the house. And you say it's not a date. If you had gone out to any other girl, there wouldn't have been a problem. But the person you were flirting with in the house, that you said, you're not flirting with, it's just normal. You still went out with that person alone outside the house, and you say it's not a long date, it's a bestie date, a big friendship, and you expect her not to even feel. It's even Emmanuel that brought this one up. Not this is, that means there are even plenty of things that Emmanuel has done to Liquorose that we don't even know about. You went out with Saskia and you say it's not a date, it's a what? Friendship hangout. Someone you were flirting with in the house, both of you went out alone, and you expect the babe not to feel somehow. Anyways, Liquorose now said her own part that they were dating actually. So it was not like they suspected they actually dated. Liquorose and Emmanuel dated because she said they were dating. And then that's what caused their exact reveal is that they were dating. While they were in Dubai, she entered his room and she saw a girl in his room. I think she said she was tying towel. The bed was scattered. She was playing music. And you obviously knew that something had happened. And then she just slammed the door and walks out. And then that was it. Emmanuel did not go after her. He didn't call her. He didn't text her. That was it. And that was where the show ended. So guys, it looked like Emmanuel had something to say in the middle of it. Like maybe he wanted to say something happened, or maybe otherwise. Let's not judge Emmanuel yet. But from saying that he went on a long date, I'm already judging him. Because why? Why are you going on a lunch? Why are you going out to Sasuke without your babe knowing? She found out. You didn't tell her. But anyways, that's it. That's where the show stopped. And from what I can see from the whole beginning to this point is, my opinion is that Emmanuel did not genuinely like Liquorose. And when he could have backed off, he realized that this relationship with Liquorose was a benefit for him in the game. And he kept it up till outside the house. Even when he came out, he saw that he was getting benefits from it. And he put up with it for a while, to the point where he could not put up with it again. So he did not genuinely like her rather. And Liquorose, on the other hand, genuinely liked Emmanuel, gave him, despite all the warnings. I'm sure her family must have advised her that this boy is not, and she's like, he has already assured me he loves me, and so I know he loves me. That type of lover girl. She gave in her all, and then at the end of the day, she got heartbroken. And she's owning up. She said, yes, so I love this guy, but it is what it is. I mean, it's not a crime to be in love with somebody. It's not a crime to genuinely fall for somebody. It's just that she fell for the wrong person. Anyways, I want to actually hear what you guys think about this Emmarose relationship. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Respectfully drop your comments. No hate. I love you guys for watching to this point. Do not forget to subscribe. It's very important. Subscribe and turn on that post notification bell so that when I post the full gist of what happened in Dubai this night or tomorrow, you're going to see it. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.